Louisiana Monroe taking on North Alabama. In white, Claire Williamson, number 8. Number 3, Abby Ryno. Ryan Gepford in black serving to Williamson. Williamson on the attack. She rolls it overhead dig by Griner. Now Griner knuckles it, and it's a little bit outside the boundary, so 1-0. Louisiana Monroe in black. Ryan Gepford 4. Paige Griner 2 for North Alabama. Claire Williamson to serve. Tough serve, but easy pass by Griner. Now Griner attacks, goes line, and it's going to be a double hit, as they call that bouncing off two hands of Ryno. So that's a kill for Paige Griner. 1-1. Griner serves. She goes toward Abby Ryno. Ryno rolls it over the block of Gepford, but right there on a good dig is Griner. Griner cuts it in front of Williamson. Nice layout for the dig. Now she goes cross. Played by Griner. Gepford tracks it down. Tries to go seam, but Ryno's there. Big swing down the seam for a kill, Abby Ryno. 2-1, Louisiana Monroe. Now serving, Abby Ryno. Ryno serves it to Paige Griner. Griner's tacking middle, and she goes jumbo shot, but goes long. So 3-1, Louisiana Monroe. This is set 1. Serving to Griner. Good pass from the spot she was at. Now she goes high and goes over everybody. 4-1 advantage, Louisiana Monroe. Ryno serves to Griner. Another good pass. Now Griner's in the middle. And this attack hits the net. So 3 straight attacking errors by Griner to put North Alabama in a little bit of a hole. At 5-1, serving Louisiana Monroe. Paige with a good pass. Gepford on the option, but right there. And they're going to say Williamson's in the net. So net violation, point to North Alabama. 5-2 on the side switch. North Alabama will serve. That is Gepford back to serve. She started the game serving. Floats this one to Abby Ryno. Ryno on the C set. And her attack goes long, 5-3. Good aggressive swing, just a little long on that line opportunity. Now Gepford serves. To Ryno again, kind of gets in on her a little bit. Great set though, but nice. That was a great set by Claire Williamson. We'll give her a dime. But on the attack air, Ryno ends up in the net, so point to North Alabama. Now Gepford serves, floats it to Ryno. Williamson on the option, Gepford overhead dig on the dive, and then optioning it over is Griner. Roll shot, Gepford's there. And on the option, kill by Paige Griner. So we're tied at 5s. Gepford now to serve. All knotted up. Goes deep to Ryno. Ryno attacks middle. Blocked by Paige Griner. Nice defense there by Paige. 6-5, North Alabama. Gepford floats another one to Ryno. Now Ryno attacks net. Rolls it, Gepford on the dig. Gepford out by the pin. And Gepford crushes it straight down off of Ryno. That's what you call when you get a dime pass, a dime set, and then you get a crush. 7-5 North Alabama. Gepford serves, going at Ryno again. Ryno goes big swing. Griner tracks it down after the dig by Gepford. Now Gepford sends just a free ball over. Got to keep it alive. Williamson now on the attack. And Gepford with a great play. Gepford with the block and realizing, I got to take this over, and she knuckles it on the jumbo for the kill. 8-5 North Alabama. Gepford floats it deep. Ryno plays it. Abby on the attack. And she swings. This time Gepford couldn't dig it. Good strong swing by Abby Ryno. 8-6, advantage North Alabama on the side switch. Once again, they do switch every multiple of 7, so 14 is a multiple of 7. All right, Claire Williamson serving. She's number 8 for the Warhawks. Serves it to Griner. Gepford knuckle, option, kill. Good pass by Griner. Gepford saw an opportunity, knuckles it over for the kill. 9-6, serving Griner. Floating serve to Ryno. Abby attacks on the C set. Great dig by Griner as she flew to the sand. Gepford on the block and gets another one. All started by the great dig by Paige Griner to keep the play alive, and then Gepford finishes it with the block. 10-6, North Alabama. Griner serves. Serves it seam. Ryno's there. Ryno off of the block gets the kill. 10-7, serving. Abby Ryno. And her serve hits the net and trickles harmlessly to the ground. 11-7. North Alabama, Gepford will serve. Gepford floats it to Ryno. Abby's going to attack by the pin. She knuckles it over the block of Griner, down the line, gets that kill. 11-8. Serving, Williamson. She goes deep, but right there is Griner. Griner attacks. She rolls it long again. 11-9. Now this serves for the side switch. Griner, great job just to play it. Gepford gets it out of the net, and then Griner tries to cut shot it with the tomahawk backhand, which was tough just from the angle. Couldn't quite get it over, so it's going to be 11-10 at the technical timeout and side switch in favor of North Alabama. Earlier in today's matchups against Louisiana Monroe, North Alabama won the 5s in a 3-set battle. Lost the 4s, 2 sets to Louisiana Monroe. In the 1s, set number 1 goes to North Alabama, 21-12. And in the 3s, Louisiana Monroe takes that first set 21-17. Right now, so it's all tied up 1-1 team-wise. So we're down to the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Whichever school can win 2 of those 3 matches will get credit for the team victory. If you're tuning in, we're at Georgia State University in the heart of Atlanta. Really, when I say heart, I mean downtown. Georgia State is nestled in between the many financial buildings around the Capitol. As you can tell, there's a lot of buildings. There's a couple trains that roll through. You may hear them from time to time during the broadcast. How they found a place to put 3 volleyball courts, I don't know, but it's really quite a unique and interesting place. But it's a good venue to watch beach volleyball. All right, going on to the court. We've got North Alabama and Louisiana Monroe. The Warhawks will serve, trailing by 1 at 11-10. Williamson to serve. Serving to Griner. Gepford has to track down her pass. Now Griner with the big swing off of Abby Ryno. And a block by Griner. Taken over is Williamson. Gepford overhead dig. Now Gepford attacks. And Gepford with the big swing and gets that kill. 12-10 North. And Griner has a foot fault. And that's unfortunate because her serve would have been an ace serve as it hit the line. But she did step on the line when she served, so 12-11. Deep floating serve, and Ryno sends it out, so gives the point right back to North Alabama. 13-11. Now Gepford will serve. Gepford floats it to Williamson this time. Williamson in the middle. And she rolls it. Griner with a good dig. Now Griner attacks toward the pin. She rolls it long. 13-12. North Alabama serving Williamson. Serving to Griner. Gepford tracks it down. And Ryno takes it over. And they're going to say that it was a double hit by Griner. So 13-13. Griner with the pass. Gepford has to play it out of the net. Griner knuckles it over. Williamson with the set. Now Ryno cuts it. Hits the line. 14-13, Louisiana Monroe. Serving Claire Williamson. She goes to Griner, who switched sides. Now Griner's attacking pin. She cuts it short, but Williamson's there. Nice, great one-hand dig by Griner. Griner goes deep. Overhead dig Williamson. Now Williamson attacks. And she hits the corner shot. 15-13 advantage. Louisiana Monroe. Serving Williamson. Serve to Griner. Griner is attacking. And now she got a big swing. That's a kill. There you go. 15-14, Louisiana Monroe. Griner to serve. Floating serve. Short to Ryno. Abby with the attack, and she goes cross for the kill. 16-14, Louisiana Monroe. Serving, Ryno. Griner with a nice pass. Now Griner attacks by the pin. She cuts it, but with a great dive, Abby Ryno. Now Griner's there on another dive. And as Griner goes up to attack, the ball hits the net and then bounces off of her. So it's a point for Louisiana Monroe. 17-14. Serving to Griner. Griner attacks. Knuckles it. Right there is Ryno. Option, Gepford on the dig. Claire with that option. Now Gepford attacks. Gepford cuts it for the kill. 17-15. Gepford serving. There's one of the trains I was talking about. Floating serve played by Williamson. Now Williamson attacks. She goes off of Griner. Gepford touches it, but that's all that can happen. That's a kill for Claire. 17. Make that 18-15, Louisiana Monroe. Griner with a nice pass. Now she's attacking by the pin. Abby Ryno with the good dig overhead. Now Griner with the dig. Gepford option. Great dig by Williamson. Now Williamson attacks. And she goes wide, so it's an attack error for ULM. 18-16. Griner serving for this side switch. Goes line. Ryno with the pass. Now she's attacking middle. Gepford blocks. And great cut shot by Claire Williamson after the block was cleaned up. 19-16 at the side switch. right, serving Abby Ryno. Floating serve. Griner, now Griner attacks. She knuckles it. Great dive by Abby Ryno. And then using the net to her advantage, Ryno with the kill. 2016, Louisiana Monroe. Tough serve, but Griner's there. Now Griner attacks middle and into the net. So first set goes North Alabama's way, or excuse me, Louisiana Monroe's way, 21-16. North Alabama needs to regroup here, see if they can force set 3. Looking at some of the other scores, North Alabama in the ones pair was victorious, 21-12 in the first set. They're up 9-5 in set 2. In the threes pair, Louisiana Monroe won that first set, 21-17. And North Alabama's up in that one, 9-6 in set 2. They're trying to force a third. In this one, Louisiana Monroe takes the first one, 21-16. North Alabama's got to fight back and see if they can force a third. Getting some good sand work done by the staff here at Georgia State. Raked out the attacking area, and now they're taking care of the line, so it's easy to tell if the ball's in or out, or easier, I should say. All right, the official says it's time to get back to business. Claire Williamson for Louisiana Monroe will do the serving honors. Serves it to Griner. Gepford on the bump set. Griner swings, gets the kill off Williamson. Good aggressive swing on that one by Griner. First set, she was a little tentative. That's good to see her coming out a little more aggressive. Gepford floats this one to Ryno. Abby on the attack at the pin. She cuts it around the block, gets the kill. Nice shot by Abby. Ryno to serve. And tries to go short and left it in the net. So 2-1 advantage. North Alabama serving will be Griner for the Lions. Griner floats it to Ryno. Abby's going to attack. She knuckles it, but Gepford's right there. And on the option is Griner in the corner for a kill. Once again being aggressive. Nice play. 3-1 North Alabama. Now Griner to serve. Tough serve played by Ryno. Abby goes cross court for the kill. Got it around the block of Gepford and gets a score. So 3-2. Serving Williamson. Floating serve. It's a husband and wife serve. It's going to be an ace. Got it between Gepford and Griner. Tied at threes. Floating serve to Griner. Now Griner attacks. Another good swing, but this one just missed. Literally, you can see the ball mark, but it is out by maybe an inch, but it was out. 4-3, Louisiana Monroe. Serving, Claire Williamson. Claire serves it to Griner. Now Griner attacks. Blocked, but right there is Griner to clean it up. Now Williamson on a nice dig. Great overhead dig by Griner. Griner's strong swing. Some pretty good defense there by Louisiana Monroe. Now Gepford at the pin. She goes corner, down the line, gets the kill. Tied at 4s. Ryan Gepford with the serve. Abby Ryno with the dive to play it. Dig by Griner. Now Griner's going to attack off the net. And she hits the back line. Good spot there by Paige Griner. 5-4. Gepford serving. Floats it deep. Williamson has to track it down now on the roll shot. Gepford there on the dig. Good job by Griner to track it. Now Gepford rolls it just to keep it alive. Right there's Williamson. Gepford partially blocks it. And Griner and Gepford kind of look at each other. They were both getting ready to dive, and they pulled off so they wouldn't crash into each other. That's a kill for Williamson. 5-5. Tough floating serve by Ryno. Griner there. Griner cuts it. Gets it over. And just put it in the right place. As Griner mishit that pass. Point for Louisiana Monroe. 6-5. Abby Ryno to serve. Serve to Griner. Griner in the middle. And that's a kill off of Abby Ryno. Tied at 6s. Griner will serve. And her serve hits the antenna. Service error for the Lions. 7-6 Louisiana Monroe. Tough serve, but right there's Griner. Now Griner attacks. And she goes line, gets the kill. 7-7 on the side switch. Gepford will serve. Ryan sends it to Ryno. Ryno with the attack. And it goes long, so 8-7 advantage North Alabama. Gepford floats this one to Abby Ryno. Now she's going to attack. Rolls it, hits the net. Griner there, gets it over. Good job by Griner. Now Ryno attacks, and Gepford gets the block. And it lands on the line. They've got to come look at it, but that ball did land on the line. Let's see what he says. And he says it did land on the line, so Gepford credited with the block. Tough view from the official from over there. It's closer to me. Gepford now with the serve, floats it deep. Ryno's there. Abby attacks. And it's off the block of Griner. 9-8 North Alabama. Ryno to serve. She's number 3. Serves it to Griner. Gets in the net, but Gepford gets it out of there. A good job to do that. And then a big swing by Williamson, but Gepford digs it. Now Gepford attacks. She goes seam. Williamson with the dig. Claire on the attack. Cuts it. Griner there with the dig. Now Griner attacks. She pokies it over everybody. Got the jumbo pokey. Excellent work there by Griner on that offense. 10-8. North Alabama. Griner cuts this one. Williamson, great job just to play it. And she goes high line, but right there is Griner just to get it over. Now Gepford up at the net, knuckle short, Griner's there. Gepford with the bump set. Big swing, kill seam, Griner. All set up by some flying defense by Paige Griner. 11-8 North Alabama. Griner serving. Tough serve. Williamson plays it though. Now Williamson attacks. Goes line, gets the kill. 11-9. This is a serve for the side switch. Williamson serves. Serves it to Griner. Nice pass. Now she's going to attack. Gets a big swing dug by Williamson. Claire to attack. Rolls it, but right there is Griner with the dig. Now Griner up. And it's partially blocked, but Griner recovers. Gepford gets it over. Rolls. And right where Gepford had been. So 11-10. Same exact score as the first set on this technical timeout. 11-10 North Alabama. In the ones pair, North Alabama victorious. 21-12, 21-11. So they get the second point. Much needed for North Alabama. And in the threes pair, North Alabama takes that one to force a third set. The twos here, got choked up a little bit. The twos pair, North Alabama trying to push this one to 3. In the first set, Louisiana Monroe did take that victory 21-16 right here. North Alabama up 11-10 at the technical and side switch. Earlier, the fours pair from Louisiana Monroe took that one, and the fives pair from North Alabama victorious. So that's how we stand at 2-1, because the ones pair from North Alabama just completed their victory. All right, here we go. Williamson floating serve to Griner. Gepford with the hand set, and Griner gets under that one a little bit and sends it long. 11s. Williamson serving again. It hits the top of the net and creeps over. 12-11. You don't defense net serves. But when you get them as an offense, you love them. 12-11. Griner with the pass. It gets over. And on the overpass kill by Abby Ryno. Deep serve. Griner passes it. Now Griner attacks. And she kills it off of Ryno. There we go. 13-12. Now Gepford to serve. Gepford will serve. Seam serve. Williamson plays it. Now Claire at the net. She goes off the block. Use the high hands for the kill. 14-12, Louisiana Monroe. Serving, Ryno. Deep floating serve. Gepford does a great job to keep it playable. Now Williamson with the attack. Good overhead dig by Griner. Now Griner goes long and it sails long. 15-12, Louisiana Monroe. Ryno floats one to Griner. Griner with the attack. She goes line. Williamson overhead dig. Now Claire attacks. She rolls it. It goes out. No, it doesn't. It goes in. It hits the back line. So 16-12. on the side switch, and North Alabama did take a timeout as well. So Louisiana Monroe, just like at the first set, North Alabama was up 11-10, just like they were in this set. And then from that point on, it was pretty much all Louisiana Monroe, and they've jumped up big as they've scored 6 of the 7 possible points since that technical timeout. Looking down on the threes pair, they've just started that third set. That's a tight one, 4-3, Louisiana Monroe. All right, out onto the court. Abby Ryno will serve. Floating serve to Griner. Griner's in the middle. And big swing down the seam, gets that kill. Nice big swing. Griner will serve. 16-13. Floats one right to Williamson. Claire with the attack. Rolls it. Gepford, after she tried to block, lands and then dives just to keep the roll shot alive, but it's a kill by Williamson. Put it in a great place. 17-13, serving Williamson. Floating serve, Griner right there. Big swing, but dig by Williamson. Now she swings. Gepford on the overhead dig. Abby Ryno with it. Now she swings, and she goes on the inline for a kill. 18-13, and right now everything's working for Louisiana Monroe. Serve to Griner. Page out at the pin. And she goes line, gets the kill. 18-14. Gepford will serve. Floats it to Ryno. Abby in the middle. Knuckles it over the block, but Gepford's there on the dig. Now Gepford's at the pin, and she goes off block for a kill. 18-15, Gepford now serving. Floating serve in the middle. Williamson takes this one. Now she plays it, she rolls it, and it hits the back line. (19-15) Louisiana Monroe. Serving Abby Ryno. Tough serve, but great pass by Griner. Griner rolls it off the net, gets the kill. Coming out of the side switch. Seam serve, that's going to be an ace. Great serve by Page. (19-17). Griner serving again. And hits the top of the net, trickles down 20-17. So North Alabama has to go on a serious run here to have any hope of extending this to a third. Williamson serves. Gepford option. Goes line. Tracked down by Ryno. Now Gepford on the dig. Gepford in the middle. And she pokies it off the block, but Ryno's there. Short pokey and the kill and the win. Louisiana Monroe, they take it in two. 21-16. 21-17. So it's down to the threes pair for North Alabama and Louisiana Monroe to see who is victorious in that all-important third set. And right now, North Alabama has a slim 10-9 advantage. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be broadcasting later today, roughly 5 o'clock Central Time, against North Alabama and Georgia State, the number 18th ranked team in the country. See how that pans out. It was close yesterday as both North Alabama and Georgia State battled, as every match but one went to 3. So we'll see how it ends up. So I want to thank you for watching. I want you to have a good day, and God bless.